Fire has been an important part of human civilization for thousands of years, and has had many practical and symbolic uses throughout history. Hi, welcome to Rewrite Info Station. Fire is the rapid oxidation of a combustible material that produces heat, light, and often flames. It is a chemical reaction that occurs when a fuel source, such as wood, gasoline, or natural gas, combines with oxygen in the air and is ignited by a heat source. What is flame? A flame is a visible, luminous gas or vapor that is produced by combustion, usually accompanied by heat and light. Flames can have different colors, depending on the temperature of the reaction and the chemical composition of the fuel. For example, a blue flame is typically hotter than a yellow or orange flame, and a green flame can indicate the presence of certain chemical elements, such as copper. Flames play an important role in fire behaviour and can be used to understand and predict how fires will spread and behave. For example, the shape and direction of a flame can indicate the direction of air currents, which can affect how a fire spreads. By studying the characteristics of flames, researchers and firefighters can better understand how fires work and develop strategies for controlling them. The three main layers of a flame are: the inner cone. This is the blue, luminous part of the flame that is closest to the fuel source. It is also the hottest part of the flame, with temperatures reaching up to 2000 degrees Celsius. The outer cone. This is the yellow or orange part of the flame that surrounds the inner cone. It is cooler than the inner cone, with temperatures ranging from 400 to 700 degrees Celsius. The blue halo. This is the faint blue layer that surrounds the outer cone of the flame. It is the coolest part of the flame, with temperatures ranging from 200 to 400 degrees Celsius. Fire can be used for many beneficial purposes, such as cooking, heating, and providing light, but it can also be destructive and dangerous, causing damage to property and posing a threat to human life. Some ways that fire has been important for humans include: cooking. Fire was first used for cooking food, which allowed humans to eat a wider variety of foods and to get more nutrition from their diet. Cooking food also made it safer to eat and helped to kill harmful bacteria and parasites. But in this modern world, cooking has become fireless using modern technologies like electric stoves, microwaves, solar ovens, induction cooktops. These methods are often convenient, efficient, and environmentally friendly, and can provide a range of cooking styles and flavors. Heat. Fire provided warmth for humans during cold weather and helped to keep them alive in harsh environments. Light. Fire provided light for humans in the darkness, which allowed them to see and work at night. Protection. Fire has been used as a means of protection from wild animals and other dangers. Ceremonial. Fire has also had symbolic and ceremonial uses throughout history, such as in religious rituals and festivals. Fire is often seen as a symbol of transformation, energy, passion, and purification. It is associated with the color red, the direction south, and the season summer. Fire is also seen as the source of light and warmth, and is often associated with the sun and other celestial bodies. A world without fire would be vastly different from the world we know today. Without fire, many of the technological advancements that have propelled human society forward would not have been possible. For example, the invention of the steam engine relied on the combustion of fuel to produce heat and steam, which was then used to power machinery. A world without fire would also have a significant impact on the environment. Many plant species rely on fire for their survival, as their seeds require the heat of a fire to germinate. The absence of fire could lead to a decline in biodiversity and the loss of certain plant species. In Hinduism, fire is considered a sacred and important element, and is often associated with purification and transformation. Fire is worshipped as a deity in the form of Agni, the god of fire, who is seen as the messenger between the gods and the humans. Fire is an essential element in many Hindu rituals and ceremonies, such as yajnas or fire sacrifices. These ceremonies involve the offering of oblations into the fire, which is believed to carry the offerings to the gods and convey blessings to the worshipper. Fire is also seen as a symbol of knowledge and enlightenment in Hinduism, and is often associated with the god of wisdom, Agni's twin brother, Vayu. Fire is said to burn away ignorance and lead to spiritual realization. Additionally, in Hinduism, the domestic hearth or kitchen fire is seen as a sacred place, and is also seen as a symbol of the warmth and hospitality of the household. In the modern world, fire remains a crucial component of human civilization. Although it is now primarily used for heating, cooking, and energy production rather than as a source of light. Fire is also used in a range of industrial applications, such as in furnaces for melting metals, kilns for making ceramics, and boilers for generating electricity. Uncontrolled fires can cause extensive damage to property and infrastructure, and can also pose a threat to human life. Fire safety measures such as smoke detectors, fire alarms, and sprinkler systems are widely used to help prevent and mitigate the effects of fires. Additionally, the use of fire as an energy source has come under increased scrutiny in recent years due to concerns about its impact on the environment. The burning of fossil fuels, such as coal and oil, releases carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, which contribute to global warming and climate change. Overall, a world without fire would be a very different place, with significant impacts on technology, culture, and the environment. It is difficult to imagine what human society would look like without this crucial element. It is important to use fire safely and responsibly and to have a plan in place in case of a fire emergency. However, fire itself is not a primary energy source, but rather a result of the combustion of other materials that contain stored energy. For example, wood and fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas contain stored energy in the form of chemical bonds between their atoms. When these materials are burned in the presence of oxygen, the chemical bonds are broken, releasing energy in the form of heat and light, and producing combustion by products such as carbon dioxide and water vapor. As a result, there has been growing interest in developing and using alternative, renewable energy sources that are less harmful to the environment, such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. Different layers or zones within the fire. The fuel. This is the material that is burning, and it can be solid, liquid, or gas. The fuel provides the energy and chemical compounds needed to sustain the fire. The combustion zone. This is the region where the fuel and oxygen are being consumed in the chemical reaction that produces the flame. It is the hottest part of the fire and is where the majority of the chemical reactions are taking place. The reduction zone. This is the area surrounding the combustion zone, where the temperature is slightly lower. The oxidation zone. This is the outermost layer of the fire, where oxygen is being added to the system to support the combustion reaction. Understanding the different layers of a fire can help in the prevention and suppression of fires, as well as in the safe and efficient use. Can humans survive without using fire? Yes, humans can survive without using fire. Modern technology and infrastructure have made it possible to live without relying on fire for warmth, cooking, and other essential needs. Fire still has its uses and benefits. It is not strictly necessary for human survival in modern times. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Rewrite Info Station for more. Comment your interested topic to watch in our upcoming videos.